Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing a quick overview of just a ridiculous knife. This thing is crazy. This is the Pena Mula, and this is an exclusive version. Only 25 of these were made. So we will get into all of that in just a second. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. All right, cool. So get that out of the way. And let's talk about this insane piece of art. I mean, is this even a knife? Like, what? This was sent in to me by Preacher Knives on Instagram. That's his handle. Super cool guy, has some great knives, and he thought I would like to check this out. And he was right. Just a crazy, crazy exclusive. This is the Cranes Cutlery exclusive. Only 25 of these were made. The model, of course, is part of the Pena X series. This is designed by Pena. I think it's Enrique Pena, and OEM'd by Riot. And did I mention only 25 of these were made? So Cranes Cutlery did an exclusive. I think they had a couple other versions with different types of carbon fiber, but of course this is the Arctic Storm fat carbon fiber, which is insane. And then we have a Damasteel blade, also insanity, just crazy, crazy stuff. And then we have a copper backspacer, little inlay on the clip side as well. And this is thumb stud deployment, but you can also front flip this guy. And there's actually more of a front flipper, like a more pronounced front flipper on this version than on my version, because I do own a Mula, which is really one of my favorite knives. My full review of my Mula is coming soon, but in the meantime, we get to talk about this ridiculous exclusive Mula. So, I mean, you can just check out the action. Whew. Super smooth. I actually dug up my Mula, which was kind of in a pile with a bunch of other knives that are due for a review, that are kind of sitting to the side of my desk. So I still have some more pocket time to do with this guy, but we can just see the difference in the action. Still very smooth, but not quite as smooth as the crazy tricked out version. So let's go ahead and do a size comparison. We can go ahead and get the Mulas side by side. Now, of course, we have, I think this is M390. Yeah, so we have M390 for my Mula, and more like a traditional drop point. Yeah, it's a drop point. I was going to say clip point, but this is drop point blade shape on mine. And then we have more of a Warncliffe sheep's footy blade shape on the exclusive. Let's get one more knife in the mix. What are we going to get out here? Let's go ahead and let's keep it all titanium, and let's go ahead and do the Quiet Carry Drift. Very similar sizing. I think the drift's a little bit smaller just from the looks of it. We can go ahead and get these guys measured out. I wonder if I'm assuming the Mulas are the same size. We got just a little over 3 on the blade, and about 7.5 overall. And yeah, same thing. A little over, maybe 3 1/4 on the blade, 7.5 overall, and then pretty sure the drift is 3, and then yeah, so 3 on the blade and just under 7 for the drift. Go ahead and get the drift out of the way, and we can keep this focused on the Mula. So for my Mula, just the plain titanium version, thumb studs work great. It's very snappy. You can also front flip this, even though it's barely a front flipper. There's just a little tab sticking out. Yeah, kind of a fail on that one. Let's try not to drop the knife. There we go. So it can be front flipped. Not the most, not the most intuitive front flipper on this guy, but it can be done. Now for the crazy Damasteel exclusive, of course we can do thumb studs. D10 is perfect on this guy too. Super smooth on the close, and then you see there is a little bit more of a front flipper on this version. So of course you can get a little bit more grip on this jimping and snap it open. Much easier to front flip on this guy. Now, of course mine is just plain TI all around. I'm glad that neither of these have that ugly like yellow or whatever it was, gold, whatever it was that had a pivot collar. Maybe that was the last version, I don't know, but I can't stand that. If you're gonna go plain TI, go plain TI. If you're gonna be tricked out like this one, then go for it, you know? Middle finger flicks like a dream. Let's go ahead and get that guy. Yeah, just like a couple shakes and it's super smooth close. Let's go ahead and middle finger flick this guy. Oh my gosh, so snappy, so satisfying. The D10 is really, really well done with these. You know, I've had a few knives in the last, let's say 2 months from Riyadh where, of course, I would rather have a D10 be too strong than too light. That's my preference. But I've had a couple knives from Riyadh where the D10 was just a little strong and it kind of was uncomfortable to deploy. And of course, this is not the case with these two. It's super comfortable. I feel like I can flick these all day, flip them open, no big deal. Now, let's go ahead and take a close look at the Damasteel pattern. Wow. Wow. Just insanity. And of course, on the reverse side, crazy, right? Really, really nice. Now we have the Arctic Storm fat carbon fiber inlay on the backside. The carbon fiber feels amazing. It's not rough. There's no sharp edges. Feels great on that side. We have this kind of plain clip, which is also on my version. And then on the show side, just a big chunk of this amazing carbon fiber. Yeah, I mean, in the unboxing of this, I mentioned it, but kind of how the carbon fiber shimmers and then the Damasteel shimmers. I mean, look at this thing. It's great. It's crazy. Really, really damn cool knife. And it's not just good looking, but the action is great. It's super smooth. Let's go ahead and see how the ergos feel. Yeah, really comfortable. Just as comfortable as my plain version. Now, a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit more jimping. Geometry's a little bit different. Interesting. And I'm assuming that is so you can front flip this one a little bit easier, maybe with the different blade shape too, but very similar other than that, just a little bit more length on the spine where that jimping is. But other than that, very similar. Whew, look at that, amazing. But ergos feel super comfortable. The jimping feels great, kind of melts into your hand. Wow, I don't feel the clip, no hot spots, no pinching. Fits my hand really well. Love it. And then of course, you know what? Mine is comfortable. Like the ergos are great on this. Zero complaints. This feels amazing in my hand. It's very ergonomic. It's very comfortable. But I think I actually like the ergos on this better. And now, are they the same shape? Yeah, I think the bodies are identical. The scales are identical other than the carbon fiber. And I think that is what makes the difference. Carbon fiber kind of adds a little bit of grip and a little bit of thickness It's actually more comfortable with this carbon fiber inlay, which is wild. I mean, it's not just for looks. This carbon fiber actually adds to the feel and to the grip of the knife, and actually the comfort, because it's not rough carbon fiber or like that kind of rough G10 that I hate. This is smooth. There's a little bit of grip, a little bit of texture, but it's nice and kind of soft and smooth. Feels really, really comfortable in hand. Man, they crushed it. Crane's Cutlery exclusive. Absolutely. Riyadh, Pena crushed this. And I mean, both of these are just solid knives. Just really nice, comfortable, ergonomic, well done, well made. I mean, solid materials on this. M390, full titanium. Can't complain about that. But then you just have this crazy upgrade. Of course, a little bit of a different blade shape, more like a Warncliffe-ish, maybe a sheep's foot-ish blade. Got the Damasteel, which is nuts. And then, of course, the carbon fiber inlays, and just a little bit of a change on a little bit of the geometry up top, so you can front flip this version much easier. Pretty awesome comparison. Both great knives, but I mean, come on. Look at this thing. And again, give Preacher Knives a follow. I will link his Instagram in the description so you can check out his stuff. He has some really cool knives, and I'm lucky enough to have checked out a few of them now, and can't wait to check out more. I mean, this is so fun for me. I will not be carrying this masterpiece. I will just be observing it and flipping and flicking it a couple more times before I wipe it down and put it back in the box. I do have another knife from Preacher Knives that I will be carrying for a day or two, get a better feel for it, and then, of course, that will be packed up and shipped out. But this thing, no way am I carrying this. I will leave that up to Preacher Knives to carry this. He can carry it himself. I don't need to carry this. It is an epic knife. If I need to carry a Mula, I will carry my own. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was just a quick overview to show you guys how epic this knife is and kind of explain a little bit about the Mula. Now, I am curious, just real quick before we go, I am going to do just a little paper. Okay. Yep. It's awesome. Damn good edge. What are you going to do? They crushed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Knife Standards. I will catch you later.